The point of this video is to give you some very quick tips on playing rock piano. Okay, first of all, let's sort out what we mean by that. I'm not particularly talking about rock and roll piano, you know, not Jerry Lee Lewis, not Little Richard, not people like that. It's contemporary rock piano, so the more upbeat stuff played by people like Elton John, Ben Folds, whoever. Rock piano is rather like an awful lot of pop and ballads piano, but tends to be faster and more rhythmic. Okay, and the number one secret is to remember that your piano, when you're playing rock, is as much a rhythm instrument as a melody instrument. Have a listen to this. This is the introduction to a Ben Folds song, not the same. I'll include a link to Folds actually playing it himself, so you can listen to the full thing. But this is just the first 8 bars of intro. Bit more than 8 bars actually, because I'm playing this bit. Okay, look at what I'm doing there. The actual chord shapes I'm playing are really simple. There's nothing fancy going on, I'm not even splitting them up particularly. A little bit just there. What I'm doing is keeping my hand fairly relaxed and obviously not beating the piano, but being quite, hitting it quite hard, being quite rhythmic. It's like I'm playing the drums. Okay? So that's the first thing to remember. It's got to be about rhythm, it's got to have drive, and you've got to remember that the piano is a percussion instrument. It is. The hammer hits the string. You're not plucking it, you're not sawing it like they do on a violin, you're not strumming. It's all about rhythm. Okay, that kind of example I just gave, not the same, is an example of a good style you might play if you're playing to a song that's a very strong 4-beat, almost kind of 4 to the floor. You know, and it's got a real drive. If you're playing something that's a little bit more complicated in terms of its rhythm, for example, you might choose a different style. Okay, and that's just a random chord sequence: E, B, C sharp minor, A. What I'm doing there is creating the rhythm through the alternation between the right and the left hands. So something that's actually really difficult to write down in sheet music. If you ever find rock songs written down in piano arrangements, invariably the arrangements are heavily oversimplified and really bad, because it's really difficult to write down what people actually do. But to break it down, what actually happens in most rock piano playing is that the right hand and the left hand kind of alternate. It's a little bit like a drummer playing the drums. Okay? Let's break that down. Okay, the two are rocking against each other. It's not quite 50-50, but so it's like I've got a rhythm, such as I might play on the drums. Okay, and I'm using the right and left hands alternately to beat that out. Okay, what you really need to do is master your chord shapes. If you're not sure about chords, then my book, How to Really Play the Piano, stuff your teacher never taught you, will really help you. It's got full explanation of chords and a full set of chord charts in the back. Here's a link to find out more about it. But once you know your chords, playing that kind of rock piano just takes a little bit of practice to get the two hands working together, because you're not doing anything desperately complicated in the right. More often than not, you're just playing the chord shapes. As you see, all I'm doing on the left is playing a single note, okay, a note of the chord. So the way to get started maybe is to track down the chord sequence of a song you like and just start by playing it through very simply, and then think about how you can alternate those right and left hands against each other. Remember, it's all about rhythm. Then, obviously, the thing to do is practice and practice and practice and get faster. Maybe thicken up the left. Remember, it's a percussion instrument you're playing. Okay, I'm splitting the chords a little bit there, but not much. It's mainly just straightforward chord shapes I'm playing. Okay, so know your chords, play fairly rhythmically, and alternate your left and right hands, taking it slowly to start with. There's not a lot else to say. Playing rock piano is really quite straightforward. It's not like getting into complex ballad arrangements where you might play quite a complicated right hand. Often it really just is block chords. So find some songs you like, find some sort of chord sequences you like, and have a go. If you want to talk to me about your results, have a go, film it, post it on YouTube, and I'll give you some feedback. But that's about all there is to say. Quick last plug for my book, How to Really Play the Piano, the stuff teacher never taught you. Loads and loads of good stuff in here. 12-bar blues, understanding harmony, full set of chords, blues scales, explanations of various things at the back, tips on playing in a band, how to accompany people, stuff like that. And loads of different things, a full set of videos to go with it. You can find it at this web address if you want to buy a copy, $14.95. I quite strongly recommend it, but then I suppose I would. Any questions, stick them in the comment thread on the YouTube page where this is posted, or in the thread on the Jamcast page where the video will be embedded. If you're looking at it somewhere else, you'll find that here. There we go, jamcast.co.uk, play rock piano. And hopefully that's useful. If you do have any questions, post them there and I will get straight back to you. Thanks a lot.